Well, they look like toys from a child's bedroom, but now they're showing up in the surf along the Texas coast.
The unusual discovery giving experts an idea about just how far trash can travel out there in the water.
3 News reporter Ryan Hopper got to spend part of his afternoon out there on the beach. He's here tonight. And Ryan, can you give us an idea why this is happening?
Mike, Leslie, Dr. Jace Tunnell at TAMU-UCC's Heart Research Institute has found just about everything imaginable washed up on coastal Bend beaches over the years. But even he was surprised when a plethora of plastic piggy banks started washing ashore by the dozens. And while they may look silly at first glance, he says that they're actually a pretty serious story about ocean currents, littering, and just how connected our waterways really are. For nearly a decade, Jace Tunnell has combed the coastal Bend's beaches.
If you can think of it, we found it out here.
And that's an understatement.
I found over 60 messages in a bottle. A safe, I found a prosthetic leg, I found 3 bowling balls, boats washed up from Cuba. I found a 35-foot sailboat with the mast still up, the sails up.
But just when the marine scientist of 20-plus years thought he'd seen it all,
we have a couple of different species, we say in science.
A small herd of floating piggy banks, as many as 14 in one day. So where did they come from?
This is the most common one that we find, and it is made and manufactured in the Dominican Republic. So that's probably a good place to start, is in the Caribbean. A lot of these are coming from. Now, we have found some other ones that have Spanish writing on them. We have one that says Guatemala.
Now, you might think that someone lost their entire life savings in a shipping accident, but Tunnell says the real answer might be less traumatic.
Once these piggy banks have been used, you'll notice there's a bunch of cuts in them. There's no other way to get the money out, so people dispose of them, whether it's directly in the ocean or on land. Once it rains, these things they're real lightweight. They get into the waterways like rivers, float to the ocean, get into that loop current, and get into those eddies and push up to the Texas coast.
If you find one at the beach, Tunnell encourages you to dispose of it properly or to take one home like I did. Just don't count on finding any spare change.
Every time I post one of these, people are like, "What was in there? Did you find any money?" And I just tell them, sand dollars. That's the only thing I ever found in there.
Be sure to check out Beach Combing with Jace Tunnell to see all the cool things he finds on the beach and the great work he does cleaning up our beaches out there. Mike, Leslie, I'm currently taking some name suggestions for my new pet pig. Back to you.